Good day everyone around the world. So today we have a job. We have this TV. Yeah, we have a 32-inch TV that came in for repair. It's a Samsung. The TV was booked in as no power. That's the TV. This is a 32-inch Chinese TV and is working with the DC 12 volts charger. Huh? You know what Chinese they are doing? I don't blame China. But what they are producing and sending to Africa, it depends with the capacity of paying them. Because I'm sure the TVs or the electronic gadgets which they are sending to other developed countries is a little bit more durable as compared to this kind of piece of rubbish which they are sending to Africa. This is a 12 volts power supply on a 32-inch TV. Usually 12 volts power supply, I'm seeing them on 17, 19, 21 inch. You know those small TVs, but not on such kind of big TV. That makes me more suspicious about the quality and durability of this TV. So yeah, what you can do, I'll adjust the power supply here. We can go even with 1.7 amps, 12 volts, and let's test to see whether we have standby light or we don't have standby light. And this job is coming from another technician. Obviously, I'm sure they tried something. Plugging in the power is taking 32 milliamps, but no, he is meant to have standby light, but there's no standby light. So that's the problem. We have a switching power supply problem. So let me open the TV and we'll try to analyze what's wrong with this power supply. So that's the motherboard for this TV. Since this job is coming from another technician, I don't know whether this AC cable was not there from the beginning or they didn't put it back, because only what I see was this 12 volts charging port. So this, with this motherboard, you can inject 12 volts DC or AC here. And what I noticed here, we have a blown up chip. You know what you have to do on this board, just not waste time. We go on the last pin of the EPROM IC and see if we have any short. Pin number 12, ground. Because if pin number 8 is shorted, probably you have a dead processor. One, two, three, four. Pin number 8 looks okay. Let's see with the AC cable. With this AC cable, any standby? No, we don't have. Let's check voltage on the big capacitor. I've done so many videos about TV repairs. We must not waste time. 299 volts. So that means the fuse is good. Mostly the problem is on the secondary. 5 volts. 5 volts is present. Here we have a coil. We don't have voltage there. On the EPROM, we do have 3.3. So that chip which is blown up, so is this fixable? Let's disconnect here. I'll try to look for this chip which is blown up. Let me show you on microscope. It's a power supply, but the 5 volts for the standby is on, but we don't have light. Why we don't have a standby light? Because we have a blown up chip here. You see that chip? You see that chip? That chip is blown up and is next to that coil. So this is a power supply. What I will do, I'll check that coil to ground. Diode mode. Diode. And this is beeping to ground. Let's take out that blown up chip. Let's take out this blown up chip. You know, sometimes I'm sure these power supplies were meant to work with 1 point something volts. Oh, too much flux. Why I'm doing this? Why I'm doing such kind of let's take down this blown up chip. I think we need a gun there. I don't think we need the soldering iron here. Cleaning. Cleaning. The damage is not that much. So what we need to do here, let me try to look for this chip. Or I can check a short on this coil. Do you still have any short on this coil? And the short is gone. So that chip is the problem. So let's try to look for the chip before we can do other option. From my experience, this chip which is blown up is the drive of this coil, and from this coil, the tracks are going under the CPU. Because next we have the CPU. So this is the power supply, which is working with 1 point something volts. Hopefully, The problem, I don't have the chip, but I'll try to look for another chip from the power supply which is doing the same job. That's what I will try here. If it doesn't work, we'll put another motherboard. We'll put another motherboard for the customer. So here, where's my replacement? Stay here. Let's take down my replacement IC. I just took the same chip from another motherboard doing same job. Our chip is in place. Just as simple as that. Cooling the chip. Cooling the chip. Let's cool the chip. Now let's test the motherboard. Let's test the motherboard. What we just do here, I just replace this driver with the driver from this board. This is a donor board for spare. The boards, they are not the same, but they look similar. I just take the driver of this power supply, which is meant to supply 1 point something for the CPU, and replace it here. So now is that moment. Should we test with DC? Let's go with DC. It's always nice to work with lower voltages. Plug in the. Now it's taking. What? And we have light. Huh? You see the light? We have red light. Let's power the motherboard. That's a good sign. If we have red light, that's a good sign. On. And it's changing to green. It's now taking 200 something, 190. Let's go on that power supply and see the kind of voltage that we have on that coil. I'm sure that must be 1 point something volts. On this coil. Okay. On this coil. One more time. Exactly 1 volt. You can see that coil is working with exactly 1 volt. So let's see if we have a working TV. That's very important. So let me put this motherboard on the frame and see if everything is okay. Yeah, I've put all together. I just mount the motherboard at the back. I don't know how we can do it so that you can see. Here we do have red light, and here we have the power on button. Pressing the power is changing, and we have a working TV. Our TV is working fine. So that was a repair. Sometimes the repair can be easy. Sometimes it can be complicated. Yeah, TV is working fine. Still on. Off. I switch it off. On. I turn it on. You see? Everything is working fine. Here I'm using AC. I'm using AC cable. Let's unplug the AC cable. Let's work with the cable from the power supply for the DC and see if it's working with both. Okay, on. Yeah, still working. So it's working either low voltage power off. Okay. I get it. Maybe it's about current. Maybe the current is too low. But if it's working with AC cable, I don't even mind. I don't even mind. I raised the current current to 2.5. It was 1 point something. Now on. It's coming on. Low voltage power off. So with the DC, it's saying low voltage power off. Low voltage power off. So it means the voltage is too low. But if we check here, if we check on the back, on this plastic thing, here's written DC in 12 volts. So maybe we need higher voltage. 15 volts. Maybe we are going to kill this motherboard. Should we stress ourselves with this? Should we stress ourselves with this? Okay. On. It's coming on. Now it's staying on. There's no voltage, low voltage. So yeah, that's crazy. That's what I told you about this. Check on my power supply what I did. I just raised the voltage to 13 volts and then the current from 1.7 to 2.4 amps, and the TV is working with the DCE, with the DC. So if we lower the voltage if we lower the voltage to 12 volts, it's not working. Now it's staying on. These Chinese TVs. So why did they write at the back 12 volts DC in if it's not meant to work with 12 volts? Anyway, the repair is done. So let me know what you think on the comment section, and if you have anything that you don't understand or wish to know, don't hesitate to leave a comment and I'll try to answer you on the next repair. Bye bye.